Hello everyone, welcome to this week's weekly market view for Monday the 18th of March to Friday the 22nd of March 2024. My name is Vishal. Let's get started. All right, so let's look at the charts for this week and let's start off with the Nifty chart and we'll start with the monthly chart. So we are mid-month now and today is the 18th of March. We are seeing a little bit of an indecision candle being created on the monthly chart. If we go on to the weekly chart, we saw a strong bearish candle which was created last week. And if you look at the daily chart right now, we are within this consolidation over here. So what is likely to happen now? So very, very important now, there are several possibilities. The first possibility is that the market can go all the way up towards this area here, retrace back to the supply zone, and then start falling further down. And maybe we might tend to see these levels because we are closer to higher time frame supply now. But also now we are holding on to this level of demand. So this level is going to act as a interim support, and any break of this line, which could also mean that tomorrow we could also have a potential drop base and a drop level of supply. Okay, so we are at a little bit of a crucial juncture on the Nifty. Not an easy situation for any trader to be in, especially when the markets are just consolidating and not giving any clear direction here. But more or less, there is a chunk of supply at the top, and it'll be interesting to see whether the markets first travel to the upside and then give a significant move to the downside. So it'll be interesting to see how Nifty behaves in the coming days or in the coming weeks. Let's move on to the next market now. We are going to go and have a look at the Bank Nifty. So let's have a look at Bank Nifty now. And yeah, let's start off with the monthly chart here first. So we are seeing a little bit of a sell-off coming here on the monthly chart. If you go onto the weekly chart, this was this probably a potential level of supply, not really a clear level of supply, but we are getting some kind of a reaction here. Now, that doesn't mean anything because there is a possibility that we might now come into a daily level. So this is your daily level of demand. And right now, the prices strongly came to this level, retraced back deep inside, and then gave a bounce out. So usually when this happens, then generally we could expect the trend of the market to move to the upside. And where could be the next target for the Bank Nifty? The next target for the Bank Nifty could be the high of this swing high, right? So it'll be interesting to see now whether the Bank Nifty rallies, and if the Bank Nifty rallies, it means it will also take the Nifty and the other indices along with it. All right, so this is pretty much on the Bank Nifty now. Let's move on to the next index, which is the Nifty Financial Services. Let's start off with the monthly chart. And if you look at the monthly chart, very similar to the Bank Nifty. And if you look at the weekly chart, again, very, very similar to Bank Nifty. What is interesting to see is both the Finnifty and the Bank Nifty today have hit a level of demand and have given a strong bounce, which could also mean that if there is a rally coming in the market right now, this rally could also lead to the Finnifty heading towards this gap level over here, just like how the Bank Nifty has done. So both Finnifty and Bank Nifty are indicating a little bit of positiveness, which means that we should be able to see a little bit of a move to the upside. However, Nifty is not giving that conviction yet. All right, so there's a little bit of a divergence, I would say. Let's move on to the next market. Let's have a look at Nifty Mid Select. So this is the mid cap index. Let's see here. Let me select mid cap. All right, so seems like now after a very, very strong run to the upside, there is some profit booking that is seen coming on the mid cap sector. If you look at the weekly chart, we have broken crucial levels, and right now maybe this is some kind of a profit booking that we are seeing. If you go on to the daily chart, today also initially we saw a bounce, and then the market started to come to the downside. Now we have some new supply zones that are created over here. So let's quickly have a look at what are some of the key supply zones. So on the daily chart, you have an area here, but if you maybe just drop down to a slightly smaller time frame, let's say a 240-minute chart. So let's mid cap select. So let's go here. Let's go to 240 minutes. And let us wait for the chart to load. Yeah. So the level of interest that is seen on the the mid cap Nifty is this supply zone over here, which is more or less a drop based drop, and you can see how the prices just barely touch the level and have given a strong move to the up, to the downside. Now, if you look very closely, there is absolutely no demand uh, on the mid cap select index, right? I mean, if there is any demand, that demand is all the way over here, right? So the demand is very, very far away. So now this is going to be more of a sell on rally kind of a market. So any rally to the upside will be sold into, but not at the current levels, more or less closer to 10,782 to 10,942. So we might expect to see a continuation in the downtrend on the mid cap index. All right, let's move on to the next market here. Let's have a look at USD INR. So let's look at USD INR quickly. Go to the chart. Let us start off with the monthly chart first. Okay. So the USD INR is again just moving slowly sideways on the weekly chart. Again, no clear picture. Just trying to push to the upside, taking a little bit of a help of some demand here, as you can see on the daily chart as well. And prices barely just pierce the level, and some of you would have marked your level like this as well. So this is market like this in a scenario like this. So, yeah. And now if the USD INR does start pushing to the upside, then there is a possibility that we might first and foremost test these highs here, which is close to around 83.12, and then probably move on a little bit more higher. That means that there is a possibility that we might have a stronger corrective move in our indices as well. So keep a close watch on USD INR, as it's going to give us some really great clues on where the market is heading in the next coming days or in the next few weeks. Let's now have a look at the heavyweights. So let's start off first with Reliance, and then we will have a look at HDFC Bank. So let's start off first with Reliance. So let's remove all the tools here. Let's start clean and fresh. So let's start with the monthly chart. So the monthly chart has started a little bit on the negative note. Still consolidation here. The weekly tried to probably show or indicate that there is some profit booking coming in. And then this new demand zone is situated right here. Now, if you look at the daily chart, we are coming closer into this daily demand zone. So one thing what I would like to observe here, let me just bring this to everybody's notice. So if you go to the smaller time frame chart, let's say the 240-minute chart, there are two possible ways that we can look at the levels on Reliance. One is the long and the other is the short. So let me discuss both, because both seem to be apt as of now, but because we are closer to the current market price, and because the markets are more likely now to rally because of Bank Nifty being in demand. So use a different color here. So this is that major area of supply. If you want to just probably lower down your risk, you can bring your risk level over here and then maybe just plot this zone like this, right? So 2938 to 2980 is a level of supply, and it seems like the markets are taking a little bit of a support from this area here and trying to rally up. There is absolutely no demand here nearby. So in case if the market rallies and pierces this supply zone and makes an all-time high, it means that there is a new demand zone that will be created. But other than that, the next best level of demand is situated right here for Reliance. So again, very similar to the mid cap Nifty, the idea is that if the prices rally all the way into supply, then they are most likely to correct down towards this level of demand. And this is where we would be interested to see how Reliance gives us a potential bounce thanks to this higher time frame level of demand. Let's now look at HDFC Bank. Look at HDFC Bank. Okay. So interesting setup being created on HDFC Bank. I've been continuously saying this time and time again. We are in a monthly level of demand, and this is going to be a very, very critical level, because generally when prices come into a monthly level of demand, they tend to, consolidate before trying to give the fresh big move to the upside. Now, what is more interesting to also know is that we have Finnifty and Bank Nifty also coming all the way to demand today and giving us a bounce. So that is acting in favor of HDFC Bank. So if tomorrow HDFC Bank for some reason starts to rally from this monthly or weekly demand zone, eventually, it's not going to happen tomorrow itself, but eventually once it starts to rally, then Nifty and the Bank Nifty and the financial services are going to start moving up very, very strong. So right now, for HDFC Bank, what I see is that the price is trying to create higher highs. So maybe there might be one more attempt around this area over here, which is this drop base rally, where prices might tend to pull back all the way here and then might start continue to move to the upside. The first target, in case if the retracement happens, will be 1481, and more or less the second target will be this gap level. Of course, this gap level is a little far away from current market price, but more or less it is coinciding with the Finnifty gap level as well. Okay, so interesting scenario. So keep a close watch on these stocks and the indices for this week. I hope you enjoyed the analysis. Try to keep it a little short and sweet this time. If you do have any comments, please give your valuable comments in the comment section. And if you are still not a subscriber of Sher Khan Education, hit the subscription and the like button and become a part of the Sher Khan Education YouTube channel. Have a great week, everyone. Take care and see you all next week. Bye-bye.
This should not be treated as a recommendation. Please conduct your own analysis or consult a financial advisor before investing.